Hey, what's up YouTube? It's me, Tay, and I am here with another video. This video is a requested video, and I'm just going to shout out the person who requested this video, Miss Shakira. This is for you. If you ever want to request a video, you can always leave your request down in the comments, or you can follow me on Instagram, which is TAESFACE, so Tay's Face. That's where you can find me on Instagram. The video that she wanted to see was my foundation collection. So this will be my very first foundation collection video, which is why I was like, this is going to be an awesome video because, you know, I've never really shown my foundation collection before. So I'm not going to go in any particular order. One thing I will do though is I will insert a photo of me wearing said foundation in before each clip, so that you can see what it looks like on my skin and how it sits on my skin, so that maybe you can get a better impression of what it will look like when it's on you. So first one I'm going to talk about is this one here. This is the Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Plus. This was when I had super oily skin, and I completely changed my skin around, so now I'm more normal skin. But when I had oily skin, this was the foundation that I love to use. As a matter of fact, I used to mix this foundation in with another foundation that I'm going to talk about later. But let's just get back to this one. So the cool thing about this foundation is that it is waterproof. So if you have super oily skin, like I said, or if you perspire on your face, this foundation is going to stay put. It also stays matte for a very long period. I will not say that it stays matte all day long, but it does stay pretty matte for a good amount of time. This foundation happens to be a medium to full coverage foundation. It's not super thin and it's not super thick. It's like that perfect medium. It's really easy to sit on the skin. It doesn't clog the pores, so it's non-comedogenic, and also is dermatologist tested. So if you have sensitive skin, just know that this has been tested and it is safe to use on the skin. This foundation is definitely a great foundation for people who are looking to cover. If you're looking to cover pigmentation in your skin, or you just want a really good full coverage foundation, then you will absolutely love this. I really like that this foundation is breathable and it just looks really nice on the skin. Also, it contains no SPF, so it will not reflect back in photos. This foundation is 1.1 fluid ounce, which is a little tiny bit more than the standard 1 fluid ounce. So you get that one little extra little drop in there. The next foundation I'm going to talk about is a foundation that I had to get used to at first. This is the Ysl Touche Eclat. This foundation is pretty much a sheer to medium coverage foundation. This foundation is pretty much meant for people who have normal to dry skin, because what this foundation will do for you is it will give you a glow. This foundation does not pretty much set on the face like the Makeup Forever does. The Makeup Forever will set on your face and you will see it transform to pretty much a matte finish. This one will stay dewy. That's why I suggest it for people who have normal to dry skin, because if you have oily skin, this is gonna look like a grease ball on you. So at first, initially when I first purchased this, I did not like it. I bought it back when I had oily skin. Now that I have more normal skin, I wear this foundation and it looks amazing. This foundation is, well, I'm B80 in this foundation. But this foundation has an SPF of 19 in it, so it does have that opportunity to reflect back in photography. So if that's something that concerns you, you may want to skip this. Otherwise, it's a really good foundation. I haven't had any troubles with flashback, but I mean, if that's something that worries you, then I would say pretty much skip this foundation if you are oily skin and if you have a fear of flash photography, you might want to stay away from this one, but otherwise it's a decent foundation. Now the next foundation I'm going to talk about is going to be, bam, this guy right here. This is the L'Oreal True Match foundation. This foundation is literally one of my holy grail foundations. The reason why I love this foundation so much is because once I got my skin intact as far as controlling my oils, this foundation turns out to be one of my favorite foundations, and I would have never guessed, because with my skin previously being oily, I was using, of course, like I said, the Matte Velvet Plus, and I used to mix these two together. This is the one I said that I used to mix it. I used to mix these two together when I have the oily skin, and it would work out pretty nicely. And it was also a way for me to stretch this foundation without wasting it, and it would just be perfect for me. But this on its own is amazing. Looks really, really effortless on my skin. And the texture of this one is pretty much thin, like I like all my foundations to be. It's more on the liquidy side. So if you don't like really liquidy foundations, then this one you might want to skip. This one, it kind of dries down a little bit to be more of a satin finish. So it doesn't dry matte, but it doesn't completely stay wet. It just kind of dries just a little bit on my skin. And it gives you medium coverage, which is really nice, but this is a very good foundation because you can build this foundation up to be whatever kind of coverage you need. So that is the L'Oreal True Match, and to my knowledge there is no SPF in this at all. This is a very nice foundation for comfortable day-to-day use. My holy grail foundation. So I have two holy grails. So I really love my L'Oreal True Match, and my second one is definitely my Dior Skin Star foundation. I love this foundation. It's what I'm wearing right now in this video. This foundation is everything and more. The reason I love this foundation is because literally I put this makeup on earlier today at, honestly, I've been wearing this makeup for about 10 hours now. 10 hours, okay? I left my house at noon, so now it's 11:24 p.m. So about 10 hours, 11 hours I've been wearing this foundation. And as you can see, it still looks fresh. It still looks like I just put it on. And to me, that is what I'm looking for in my foundation. Really good long wear, but also it looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm wearing pounds and pounds and pounds of makeup. Let me just get a little bit close so you can see. But it still looks like my natural skin. Doesn't look like pounds of makeup, and I'm not super oily like a grease ball at the end of the night. Even though I do have more normal skin, some foundations on me, if I'm wearing it for an excessive amount of time, it will start to get a little bit shiny around this area right here. I've been wearing this foundation for 2 months straight, and I love this foundation. I cannot tell you enough how much this foundation has really changed my mind and changed the bar for me for foundations. Like, something has got to be super impressive to beat this. This has set the bar for me, so whenever I look for a foundation, I'm going to be looking for a foundation that is going to be better than this. And like I said, this foundation is really comfortable on the skin. I've been wearing it, like I said, all day long. This has an SPF of 30, but surprisingly enough, it takes photos beautifully. Like, unlike any other foundation I've ever had that has SPF in it, this literally still looks like butter with super flash. And trust me, my friend, we were at a hookah bar one night, and I know this is like off topic, but we were at a hookah bar one night, and he was just taking photos, and he has a big professional camera, and I'm looking at the photos, I'm like, wow, like, my skin looks great. It doesn't look like I have on tons of makeup, and on top of that, it doesn't reflect back, so it's not reflecting back in the photos. And that's something that's super important, I'm sure, for anybody. Like, you don't want that white cast in your face and then in your neck. So this foundation is 070 dark brown. They have a wonderful range for women of color, which is what really surprised me about this foundation. This foundation claims to basically make your skin look like you're walking around with the most perfect light at all times, and I 120% can say that it is true. It's made with hollow silica beads, which pretty much reflect light in a different way than normal silica beads would that are in foundation. So that's why with this foundation, it always looks like you have just perfect glowing skin. This foundation dries down to be a satin finish. Foundation is medium to sheer kind of coverage. It's not really super full coverage, but this is super buildable, so you can build on top of this and it won't look cakey. I love this foundation. It's simply gorgeous. It's so effortless and it looks so beautiful on my skin. I can't say enough how much I love this foundation, and I literally was reluctant to buy it because of the price point, but they were having the VIB Rouge and all of that. They were having the discounts. So at that time, I was like, why not go and buy it and, you know, save a little bit of money? So I went, I purchased 2 of them, and I'm super happy that I did because this is my favorite foundation. So that is it. You get the standard 1 fluid ounce in this, so don't feel like you're being cheated. Classic Dior packaging, and you're not just buying into a name brand, you're actually buying a really good foundation. So think about that when you're purchasing this foundation. It is a lot different than a lot of different foundations that you've probably tried, and I promise you, you will not regret this. I love this. Beautiful. And yeah, that is it that I have today to show you that a part of my foundations. These foundations, like I said, they're super wearable. Some of them are pretty expensive, but at the end of the day, if you're going to spend your money on anything, it has to be your foundation. In my opinion, foundation is the foundation, so you need to have it look amazing. So don't spend $50 on an eyeshadow. Spend $50 on the foundation, because the foundation is going to be the thing that you're going to wear every day, and it's going to be the thing that's presenting your face. Your face needs to be, obviously, you know, correct. So take that time, spend that coin, and don't regret it. It's foundation and you want your skin to look right. So thank you very much for watching this video. Like I said, if you have any comments, questions, concerns, you can always leave them down in the comments, or you can follow me on Instagram at @TasteFace, and I will check you out in my next video. Please feel free to subscribe and share this video, and I will see you next time.